Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to maximize the last 10 minutes before you go to bed. Because if you think about it, you're probably not doing much more than if you're like me, reading a book or watching some TV. And I'd like to have you be a little more productive with that. I'm going to teach you 4 stretches to do right before bed to kind of help relax your body, get it ready for sleep. And I'm going to start with having you go into a simple yoga maneuver of cat-cow. You're going to go on all fours, and you're going to arch the back, look towards your belly button, really just stretching that spine out, and then coming opposite, letting that belly button fall down, arching that neck back. Many of you probably know cat and cow. This one's not that new, but it's fantastic to do before bedtime. Another one, this is good really anytime, but we need to stretch our hip flexors more. So this one, if you did this on an ottoman or a couch, probably be a little more comfortable than my wooden footboard here. But I've got my foot up, my knee down, counterbalance here, and I'm getting a nice stretch in my hip flexor. Many of us sit way too long, so being able to stretch this out and hold this for, some people may only be able to hold this for a few seconds. If you can get to holding it for 30 seconds or so, that'd be great. And you would want to do that on both sides, obviously. The next one I'm going to have us do is maybe a little more advanced. This is one that I'm still working on. This is the 90-90. So I've got my front leg at 90 and I've got my back leg at 90 degrees. And what I want to do is I want to put my body forward as if I'm splitting my lower leg in half. Now the idea would be to keep both hips as planted firmly on the ground as possible while leaning forward. Now you're probably going to get a nice stretch in that back hip. You're going to get a nice squeeze in that front hip. I also always feel it in my glutes as well. This one is really, really good. And if you need to use a block or a pillow, you could put a pillow under your knee here or here, however you need to maneuver yourself so you can get a nice stretch. And then you want to flip to the other side. So you're still doing that splitting of that front leg in half. Oh, this feels so good. Getting into those hips. They hold a lot of stress and pressure every day, so releasing that pressure before you go to bed is really good. Last one, the simple butterfly stretch. And this may not be so simple for so many of us. Many of us, our legs may be up here. Maybe some people can get their knees all the way down. Good for you. That's not me. We're going to keep working and we're going to continue to get better every time we do this. So this is just going to give us, again, a nice hip flexor, inner thigh stretch, sitting up nice and tall, keeping that head over the body as much as possible, pulling those shoulders down away from the ears. So I also get a nice stretch almost in those upper back muscles as well. This feels so good. All right, so these 4 stretches are really important because many of us spend most of our days seated, right? And when we sit too much, our muscles get really rigid and they get shorter. We're trying to elongate them. If we have longer muscles, we're going to be able to stand up taller with better posture, likely to be able to walk better, have less pain. So we want to make sure that our muscles are long and stretched out. And so doing some stretches on a regular basis is really smart and important. All of these you can do, if you could do them every night, that'd be great, right? But maybe shoot for doing them 3 or 4 nights a week. Take 5 or 10 minutes and kind of cycle through them. They're great, and they're a good way to use that last 10 minutes before you go to bed so you can have it be useful, productive, and help you be healthier overall. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for a new episode coming out soon.